Welcome back, Raider Nation and my champions, and this is part 2 of my Allegiant Stadium tour review. We're going to be picking up where we left off in part 1, and we're going to be looking at things such as the suites, the locker rooms, and of course, the field itself, and a few surprises, so hang on. As I said, this is a pickup from part 1. If you have not seen the part 1 video, I'll put a link in the description below. Let's get to it. Now the next stop on our tour was at the suite level itself. Now this is a picture of the suites itself. You can see here's coming into the suite, and you can get a kind of panoramic view here out to the field itself. And then this is the actual view from the field from the leather seats that you see down here. So they have these single black and white seats, but they also have these reclining couch type leather seats as well. Very, very nice. Included with this also is free food and drink, and that is located behind here in the hallway. They have their own personal chef, and very, very nice. And I wanted to ask them specifically, well, what is the cost of these suites? So they told me the PSL is about $1 million, and it's about $500,000 a season. So if you're looking at one, be ready to shell out about $1.5 million. Our next stop is the locker room of football's fabulous females. That's right, the Raiderettes. Now, this is a very interesting type tour here. So first I want to start over here on the left. You walk in before you get to the actual locker room area here. And they have almost kind of like a museum-like quality here. So they have all of the original like AFL type outfits, and they kind of continue forward onto the modern day wear. And then you walk into their locker room itself, and it's very nice. Obviously, a lot of lights. You know, they're doing their makeup, that kind of thing. They have little stools to sit on, and you know, each individual one's very nice. I'm sure very upgraded from probably what they saw in Oakland, and you'll see that also when we get to the actual players' locker room here in a bit. Our next stop was the press room area, so they give out their pressers here. So there's an entrance way here. Behind here is a hallway, and then you get to the locker room area. We'll be talking about that in a minute. So the players can come out here and you know, give their press interviews pre-game, post-game, including the coaches as well. And they have some monitors here, various type screens, and they just kind of basically talked about that. And then they showed a video with Howie Long about this, kind of in anticipation for what most people are probably most interested in this whole tour, and that is the Raider locker room itself. So this might be the most important part of the tour, in my opinion, maybe aside from the field itself, but the locker room. I mean, how many people actually get to come into the locker room? It's quite impressive, very clean. It looks very modern. They did have some ropes hanging over here so you won't step on the logo or go into, I think this is the shower area here. You see the mat here, so this is the shower. We couldn't go into there. But here are all the various locker rooms. And they kind of highlighted Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs here, so they have like mats to sit in, kind of sunken in type lockers. It's very nice. And then we entered here, as you see looking into here, this is how we entered, but the players would be exiting out of here to go to the field itself. And they showed a video. They made us put our phones and everything away. We couldn't even take pictures at this moment. So they showed kind of like a pumping up Raider video, and then what I thought was really neat, they had like a holographic John Gruden standing here, kind of like what he would like before the game, kind of pumping you up for like a prep talk right before the game. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And then the next stop, we went right to the field. So as in part 1, I talked about the Champions Club, and that was the access that we used to go onto the field itself. We walked down, and we were basically right at the 50-yard line, and seeing the logo itself. So I kind of oriented it from our point of view. So this is the left side or the north side. So the strips back here with the torch, and then this is the south side. Now, they didn't really let us meander over too far to the south. I think they didn't want anybody to kind of run off and act goofy. And I heard that they've had some horror stories with that. So we were all kind of huddled up at the 50, and then we can kind of go over here to the north side. So I took some pictures, including some nice goalpost pictures here. And there was one thing of note that this field, obviously, this is a turf field. So this is not the actual field that the Raiders are going to be playing on. They're going to be playing on grass. Now UNLV will be playing on turf, but they put this out here, you know, as this kind of a stand-in field for the tours and other things. So, this was basically the end of the tour. They just kind of give us a pep talk at the end and then kind of moved us out. So we'll talk about what I saw after the tour. So just like getting off Space Mountain at Disneyland, they put you in the gift shop. Guess where they put us? Right there in the Raider Image store. So they have two entrances, one on the inside of the stadium and then one on the outside. Now I just took some pictures of note. They have a nice little Hall of Fame wall with a mannequin here of Tim Brown. Like a little Art Deco piece of players running. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then some of the items I found kind of interesting, you know, poker chips, the Vegas feel. They have, it's not officially Lego, it's a different company, but it's like a Lego version of their stadium. It was about $70. And then the nice polo shirt here. I wanted to get one of these. Unfortunately, they didn't have it in my size. So I also was looking at getting one of the rookie jerseys, either Diablo or Kuntz, but they didn't have any of the rookies in stock as of now. So something to keep in mind, if you are going to do the tour, they will give you a 10% discount after the tour if you buy something there in the Raider Image store. Not show us the actual field tray itself during the tour, so I was not satisfied. So after this, I went outside and I went around the stadium, went to a certain section there. I couldn't get past the gates, obviously, but I wanted to take some film of the field itself and the field tray. So this tray actually slides out, gets sun, similar to the one in Arizona for the Cardinals, and then for the game time they slide it back in. So something I wanted to give a little bit more bonus footage of. I was not satisfied with just looking at a turf field that they're not even actually going to play on. And then later on, I went to Henderson, went to the Performance Center here. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me in. You know, they weren't letting just normal people in. Obviously, they were doing OTAs at the time, and a lot of security. It looked very nice from what I could see, but you can't see a whole lot from the side of the road, unfortunately. So here's a picture of that as well. Now there's one more thing I do want to mention, and that is we are going live tomorrow night, Saturday, June 5th, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11:10 Central. We're going to do another one like we did before with the Raiders Report. I'm going to give some updates on some of the news from the recent OTAs, and I'm going to show a little bit more from the stadium tour I didn't have a chance to in either one of these videos. So come on in. We usually have a real good time with this. We'll have open question session as well. I look forward to seeing you there. Now, if you did enjoy this video, I encourage you to thumb up this video, like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, put them below in the comment section. I read every comment, and I usually respond to each and every comment as well. Thank you for watching and supporting this channel, and as always, go Raiders.